Hi fish folks, Rich here again, just up in the tackle room getting sorted out for tomorrow. Got a very long day planned up on Anglesey, so going to be leaving here about 5 in the morning and a 2 hour drive up there as usual, and probably won't be leaving till 10 or 11 o'clock at night, so we've got a sort of bit of a loose plan at the moment. Obviously depends on what the weather and waves, etc., are doing. But the plan at the moment is to head to the west coast first and hopefully target some huss and rays. And then we're going to sort of fish down to low there, probably an hour after low, see how we go. And then we're going to pack up and then we're going to head up to the north coast to just check out a new mark that we're thinking about doing some night fishing on, deep water rock mark. So while we check that out, we're going to do a bit of lure and float fishing. Might also chuck out some sabiki feathers to see if we can pick up some launch for bait as well. And then we'll be packing up from there and then heading down to the Menai Straits to fish down to low in the evening, and then a 2 hour drive back. So a bit of an epic one, quite a lot of tackle to sort out for it, and bait, but just about finished now, so need to now get it all downstairs as the fishing room's right at the top of the house, and so I can make a quick and quiet exit in the morning. So I better crack on with it, and the next time you see me will hopefully be standing on a rock in Anglesey somewhere. So see you soon.
Hi folks, we've made it back on Anglesey, yay! So on a rock mark on the west coast, Brian and his brother got here earlier on this morning. They're just fishing to the right of me down there, and Richie's a bit further down. He travelled up with me, so got two baits out already. So I've got a short pulley rig with a half mackerel fillet and squid on. That's on a short fennel pulley rig with a rotten bottom, fished fairly close in, and then punched out a bit further. I'm on a pulley dropper rig with a double launch bait wrapped up on the pennel hooks on that. So fairly quiet so far. They've had a bit of problems with spider crabs snipping through the line, but I've just seen Ryan's brother catch the first fish, which was the dogfish, so fingers crossed and see how we get on. Okay, so we're getting some small bites that look something very like a dogfish on this left hand rod, so probably one lassoed itself on there, so I'll bring that in and we'll see if we've got one. Well, feels like empty unless it's the world's smallest dogfish, which could be, of course. Yep, as predicted, tiny dogfish. Okay, so that's a result of the first cast. Tiny little dogfish. Taking the bait well down, so going to be a bit of a challenge getting that out of there. So, but at least I haven't blanked. So onwards and upwards. Okay, so just got the next bait ready. So double small launch, the whole ammo squid on the back of it. So that's on the pulley dropper with a couple of 3/0 hooks. So let's get this one out and see if we can get something a little bit bigger than the last one. Okay, so This is the Huss rig, so we've basically got a bottom, very short pulley rig. So I'm just chucking out this head and quarter fillet of mackerel to go out. I'm actually going to drop this into the danger zone, which is close in where it's rocky. Brian's brothers picked up a couple of small Huss close in, so I'm just going to drop this close in and see if it produces anything. Okay, just chucked a bit of bluey out, hoping not to get a dogfish. Just had a nice bite on it, but I suspect feels a bit heavier, this one at least, so oh, it's a tiny ray. The smallest thornback in the world. Okay, so just switched to a bluey bait to try and get away from the dogfish. Produced probably the world's smallest thornback. What a cute little fish that is. So just up along from me, looks like Richie's just had a nice sized bull Huss. Looks from here to be £8, £9, maybe go double figures. So get this little guy back, see if we can get a bigger one. And still the little dogfish keep on coming, so the plan that bluey might be a bit dogfish proof is not really working. So I knew that was a dogfish straight away. So I can't get through these dogfish, and I suspect there will be one on here by the feel of it, and they're very small dogfish as well, so yeah. Tide's on the flood now, so we're probably going to give it another hour here, and then we're going to head up to the north of the island and just spec out a mark for some future night fishing and do a bit of pollock and wrasse hopefully. So just get this little dogfish in, which undoubtedly it will be. Yep. Even on the big baits, we're getting these tiny dogfish. So might try a big mackerel head now to try and put these off, because they probably won't be able to fit it in the mouth. close-in rods, whole squid and big fillet of mackerel, and felt a bit like a conger. Just picked up the rod and held it for a while, and it did feel a bit like a conger. Anyway, on the strike, the line must have been over the rocky ridge just out in front of me, and main line parted, so we'll never know what that one was. We're just gonna start packing up now, and we're gonna jump back in the cars for the next part of our journey, and we're gonna head up to the north end of Anglesey. So we're mainly gonna have a look at a mark there for perhaps some future night fishing, and we're gonna be doing some spinning float fishing for wrasse and pollock, hopefully. So a little change of tact in the middle of the day, and I'll see you when we get up there. Bye for now. A monster from the deep. Yep, spider crab. So it was inevitable we'd get one in the end. So perhaps a fitting way for the last cast. Okay, so at the north end of the island, this is the mark that we were checking out for some possible future nice fishing. Spectacular scenery. Just done a little bit of lure fishing. Water's quite coloured, so figured I'd probably be better off float fishing. So I'm just float fishing a Morrison's prawn at the minute. So see if there's any little wrasse or pollock around along this edge here. So no signs of anything yet, but early days. Nice little pollock on prawn. Just changed mark because it was very quiet around the other side. So first chuck and a fish. Just using some cooked prawns and a little, very simple paternoster. I'm just going to chuck it down here. Very deep water close in here. Missed that one. I suspect the bait's gone. They're very, very soft, the prawn. So, yep. Bait annihilated. Just put another one on. Chuck it in close, let it run down. As soon as it hits bottom, should get a bite virtually. Nice little wrasse coming in. Wrasse. As soon as it hit, as soon as it hits bottom, bang. There you go. Huh? Cracking little ballon wrasse there on a prawn. There you go. pretty fish. So I haven't got my other camera, so can't show you, but I can hold. Ow, ow, ow! Very spiky, hard to hold. So don't know if you can see that. Lovely little ballon. So beautiful colours on them. So put him back and carry on. So off first 2 drop downs and 2 fish, it's all gone quiet. I just missed quite a good bite about 5 minutes ago. So we're probably going to be packing up here soon and heading down for our final bit of this epic session down on the Menai Straits, but hopefully we'll winkle out another fish before we depart. Okay, so final venue of our epic trip. So we're down on the Menai Straits, out on a sandbank, fishing down to low water. So beautiful evening, lovely sun, nice and calm, and hopefully a few fish to come. Hi folks, quick update. Well, sun's starting to go down. Crabs are just absolutely stripping everything out there at the minute. Apparently did catch some smoothhound off here last night, so hopefully as the sun goes down we might start to see some action. So catch up with you later. Okay, so I didn't blank on the Straits. Surprise, surprise, another little dogfish. But at least something's starting to feed now, which is more than we've had to date. So get this little guy back.
Hi folks, well, didn't have a chance to make a little piece to finish off the video. Pretty shattered by the end of the day. It was an epic one. 4:30 in the morning, and got home about 12:30 and had to sort some tackle and excess bait out before hitting the bed. So yeah, interesting day out. Part of it was really to do a sort of recce session on some different marks around the island. So some I would like to go back and fish again. Obviously, the plague of tiny dogfish didn't really help yesterday. But yeah, good to get back out into North Wales and an enjoyable day with good company. So many thanks to Brian and Graham and Richie for enjoyable day out. And I will see you soon, fish folks. Bye for now.